Good morning. Welcome to the Smart Life. I'm sorry. What is that? Welcome to the Success Secrets for Business, Family, and Life channel.
That's
You think I'd be
autopilot.
over there now? Success Secrets for Business, Family, and Life channel. I'm Vickie Helm. This is the Coffee Break Show, and it's Friday, so I have my compadre with me. Good morning, Scott. Nice to see you on, buddy.
Good morning, Vickie. Autopilot's a tough thing to disengage, and Smart
Yeah,
Life
what
Club, it
can you
worked.
say?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't say anything. You can just say it's Friday and thank TGIF.
Yeah, this is the Coffee Break Show, and you're with us both for this Friday. It's brought to you by the Nemetime Digital Network channel, and you will find other great shows on this channel as well, including Scott's Another Perspective and the Daily Weather Show with Scott. And if you haven't seen Unlocked with Tracy Wilson, you are missing out. You want to plug into those shows. You know, it's Friday, and today's the day we kind of relax. We have some fun and we chill out. So if you're new here, put your name down below. And I see you guys coming on. I just want to say good morning. This was good. Hey, here we go. Good morning. Happy to see you. You know, I'm happy to see you as well. And if you're new here every day, welcome. Thank you. Come aboard and put your name down below. Join the conversation. I got to tell you, Scott, Okay. So you know what? You know I love to mountain bike, right?
I've heard this about you.
I do. So Robin and I went up on our bikes and we went out by Cherry. So Cherry goes way up into the mountains. It's pretty good. And what's fun about that is when you turn the bikes around and you're coming down the mountain. Hey, that's right. It's Friday Fun Day. That's right. We're hanging out. Hey, Sherry, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So we get out the bikes and we're drudging up the mountain because that's what you do. It's kind of pain and pleasure, and you're drudging up the mountain. Hey, Risa, nice to see you on. So we drudged all the way up the mountain. We thought, okay, we got to turn down and come down the mountain. And on the way up, you know, we have fat tire bikes, those big fat tire bikes with the 4.5-inch wheels, and it's made to go through sand. But somehow the wind has blown the sand over, and now we have kind of like sand pits. It's maybe instead of 3 inches of sand, I'm not kidding, some areas it was 6 inches of sand. So we are hauling down the mountains and we're standing up on the bikes and things are just, you know, as you're going down the rocks and everything else. And we hit this sand pit and I hit this 6-inch sand, and that bike, even though it was a fat tire bike and was made for sand, it just couldn't do it. And it threw me over into Robin's lane, and she was coming down full force. And she was like, no, and in order to not hit me, she jumped off her bike and threw the bike away and slammed this way. Like her bike went this way and she did not hit me. It was a miracle that she didn't hit me because that would have caused some really big bodily damage. But, you know, we had lotioned up with the SPF 30, whatever it was this morning. So when I got up out of the sand, I was stuck. It was stuck everywhere, and I just looked goofy. And thank God for a shower. It was a day at the beach, and thank God we are all safe and happy. Here, good morning. This is funny. That's funny. Isn't Fat Tire a beer? Yes, Fat Tire is a beer, and it's also a type of mountain bike. Yeah. So that's like, you know, is Donnie over there poking fun at you or something? What's he doing over there?
Yesterday, we had a discussion about the quality of my part of the video. So I'm looking over that way and seeing that it looks garbled. And I'm looking at you and this, and it looks kind of, it looks better. But there's obviously some issues.
We got some camera issues today.
Some compression, some bandwidth. There are many places where we could have been sunk in the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get up and pop the bubble. Hey, hello, Lisa. Nice to see you on. I want to let you know Fat Tire is a bike and it is a beer. Oh, Lisa says, I know. She was making a joke. Oh, great to see you, Lisa. And here Robin says, yes, it's one of her favorite beers. I do like Fat Tire too occasionally. That is quite a good beer. I remember when the micro beer came out. It's good. Yes. When the micro beer that came out, that was a few years ago. Mm-hmm. You know, micro beers are good because you get a little bit of beer. Like I can't drink a whole glass of beer. Never been able to, never.
That's
And I'm not a
unfortunate.
big beer fan.
That's so unfortunate.
It is. It's the same with a good red wine because, I love red wine, but
Yeah,
I
that would
can
be my
have
favorite.
like one glass. I'm literally one glass. I'm such a wussy drinker,
And then you're all rosy.
I am. And then pretty soon we're singing beer songs and dancing on tables. So, that's kind of the, like this. Yeah, I couldn't drink 4 beers, Robin, not if I tried, but I would love to see you drink 4 beers because wouldn't that be funny? She'd be like, "Hi, I love you, man." That's what she would be like. Such a lightweight. Yes, yes, I am. I'm such a lightweight when it comes to beer and things. So, yeah.
I might actually pay to see that. You on 3 beers? That might be worth something.
Oh, look at this. Now, this is somebody who's nice. You're still handsome behind that fuzz, Scott. Yeah,
Is it
see?
better, Dawn? Nope.
No,
Everything's
it's
closed.
it's still the same thing. We got
Yeah,
it.
I have one tab running, so that's crazy that it's there's something else going on.
She's laughing out loud. Thank you. Look at this. Thank you. God, you're both safe. Hey, by the way, Susie, nice to see you on. I always see you #replay, but it's nice to be able to get on and talk to you like this. Nice to see you. She said, thank God you're both safe. Yeah, thank God. Awesome reaction on Robin's part. And that is the whole point. That's the whole point. When you get to the point where you know when you're going to hit somebody and you're willing to take a fall anyway to get the bike out of the way. I mean, she's way, way more experienced rider. I mean, she's done the MS 150. This is somebody who's like one of those 1% cyclers that have been everywhere. This is a person who knows what they're doing. And she literally threw the bike and her out of the way so the bike didn't hit me. Like I was at a point where it would have caused a lot of damage had she hit me, really. That's the thing. Awesome reaction on Robin's part. Yes. Wicked smart thinking. Yes. Everyone needs a beer today. Yes, they do. But make mine a root, with a couple of ice cream scoops in it.
It's when you begin the beer that's the question. This Friday, we still wait till 5, or do you have one for lunch and then go back to work?
Yeah, there it is. Hi, Suze. So, it's interesting because everybody has one of those. I like this. Thank you so much. Nice to be on the live too. Hi, Robin. Wicked. #wicked. Smart Robin. That's true. I'm telling you that was really lucky for me. If she didn't do that, I'd have been a hurting unit. Let's see. Look at this. We're all waiting for a rather drink coffee. This is why I love you right here, Stephen. This is it. Rather drink coffee. We'll go out for a latte. And maybe, to me, the biggest damage in beer is root beer. That's how it is for me. Look at this. I have only 2 sips of beer in my life. The second one was an accident. That's right. I don't like the taste of beer either. I do like the taste of red wine. I like the taste of white wine. And I love me some coffee, but y'all know that. What's your drink, by the way?
Me?
Yeah, and don't say water.
Red wine or a lager.
A lager, red wine.
Yeah. I when growing up, we did not drink. There was no alcohol in the house. That wasn't an option. However, when college arrived, things changed. Because I'd come across a Coors can that had been thrown out of the car. This was like in high school. You smell the dead can, and I'm like, oh, why would anybody drink that? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
And when I was going to college, I was in Kansas, and there were 2 different drinking ages. You could drink, hard liquor was for the 18-year-olds, and there were for the 21-year-olds in there. So there were 21 bars, and there were 18 bars. 18 bars could serve beer, and so that was the option for college. So that's how it started.
It's weird because I'm seeing there's a lot of red wine lovers. Yeah. Here we go. Now here's my girl. I'm a tea drinker. She's not a coffee drinker. She's not an alcohol drinker. She's a tea drinker. I like this green tea mixed with mint. That sounds refreshing, whether it's hot or cold. Yeah. That would be it. I like this. Here it is. I don't like beer, but like red wine and latte. Yeah, that's right, Lisa. You are definitely one of us. She's like, yes. Let's see. Who's this? Oh my God, who knew? I literally have a 6-pack in the refrigerator for years. Okay, I got to tell you the story. One of my friends, we went and got a apple orchard, Angry Orchard apple
Oh yeah,
cider. That's it.
those.
God, I love the Angry Orchard apple cider, but it's wicked intoxicating. You can have only a little bit at a time. And I'm not kidding. We bought a 6-pack, and it's probably let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 8 years.
And it's still there.
We still have a couple of bottles left from there because we drink it every blue moon. We don't drink it every day. And I love Angry Orchard. Love it, love it, love it. It's my favorite apple cider that you can get, a hard lemonade or a hard cider. That's it. So the 6-pack in the refrigerator for years, but when I want one, it's great to have one on a hot summer day after working hard all day. I can't even finish one without being absolutely plastered. Donnie says, yes, Risa, Fat Tire Beer was born in Fort Collins, Colorado. Had no idea.
Yep.
That is absolutely incredible, because I remember when it was just a microbrew and you could get it like old Chicago's Pizza. That's really great. And was sold last year to a Japanese company. I loved Tsingtao beer. I'm telling you, Fat Tire began in the basement of a home on the west end of historic Mountain Avenue. Wow, that is just, it's weird what he knows, isn't it? He just knows all this cool stuff. Thank you, Donnie. That's very cool.
Well, this man was in the beer industry for a spell.
Yes, he was. That's
and
correct.
Also in Fort Collins. So that is home turf.
Yeah,
that is home turf for Donnie.
I love this, Stephen. My drink is water. I just happened to put it through some grounds that look like coffee. I know you don't want to hear that, but that is the truth. I like a cold beer after a hard day of work, but still like water. I have my water mixed with some emergency vitamins right now, but I am learning to enjoy water a lot because it's very good for you. I like this, not a drinker, but the only liquor I can drink is whiskey on the rocks. It's weird. I can't stand the taste of hard liquors. None. It just, they taste terrible to me. It's like drinking gasoline.
But screwdrivers are good. Orange juice and vodka? Or
I like the orange juice without the champagne or without the vodka, just orange juice. I've never liked gin, rum, whiskey, tequila. Don't like any of that. And I'm very thankful because it could be very easy to get addicted, It
could. You look great with carrot juice, though.
Girls here today. What's up? Hi, MJ. Nice to see you on. The queen of the best posts ever. I just love her. Hey, thank you for being here. It's great to see you. I don't like those hard liquors. In college, I was still a coffee drinker.
I was way after college before I started coffee. I was probably 30 before coffee began. I just, wasn't a thing. I was milk and water growing up. Soda on a very rare occasion, but it was milk and water.
I love this, Stephen. He says, yes, a cold bear, laugh out loud after I read it and posted it. We knew it was beer, though. We knew it wasn't a cold bear. A cold bear is always asleep.
The E and the A are pretty close together on the keyboard.
Yeah. Ooh, I didn't know this. Risa, Donnie and I work for Budweiser. It's outdated. Wow. That's right. I know Donnie did. He put like 20 years or something into Budweiser, He's had a lot of time there. Like this, Robin Helm, I would be using the Boulder to kill slugs. That way, I'm Boulder. I'm not sure that we have slugs. Donnie says he's joining Stephen here. I love water or a glass of ice cold milk. Yes, but especially with a couple of cookies. Had no idea.
Or London fog.
He does like a London fog.
He does like a London fog.
He really loves that.
Donnie, we're outing you on that one.
Yeah, we're outing you there. So suddenly we'll get a bunch of London fog in here. Donna and I lived in Fort Collins when Fat Tire came out. I knew this too. I had no idea. God, we made that great a beer. Let's see. Susie says it's a hot day. Break it out. We can meet in the park and we can all have a sip. Love your knowledge, Donnie Gifford. I do too. The guy is he's the dude you want on your Trivial Pursuit team right now. That's Donnie. It's like you'll win it. He's your partner. You got it.
That should be one of our Friday games then. Trivial Pursuit. No Google allowed.
Yeah, I got to tell you, hey, look who's on with us today. Peter, nice to see you, man. Good to see you on. I'm with you, Stephen. I drink tons of water. It's so dry here, it just makes sense to drink water. It's
Yeah.
much more thirst quenching. Yes, water is. Hey, Risa, Risa Smalling Franco. You got your full name, Risa. They were my friends next door neighbors, and I own the historic home on Wood Street in Old Town, Fort Collins, which I should have never sold. Look at this, old beer. No, don't even like old beer. Ooh, this is me right here. I'm with Steven. I really like to drink ice cream. That's right. Yeah, I think they call it a milkshake, but that's what is really yummy. Yeah. So, what is your favorite dessert, people? Let's go from alcoholic beverages because absolutely everybody likes coffee, water, red wine, and some beers. And that's kind of how we like it. Yep. What's your favorite dessert?
If it's homemade, like a coconut or banana cream pie.
Ooh.
I mean, that would have been like the ultimate dessert. But growing up in a family with 7 kids, whatever mom made for dessert, I liked. I was absolutely not picky. If there was a little sugar in there, I mean, from brownies to cakes to marshmallow treats to caramel popcorn, I didn't care. Whatever it was, she had to make a full pan or a big bowl because of all of us.
Wow.
So I was not picky.
It was amazing because when you have that many kids,
Yeah.
that dozen cookies,
No, it goes
you have to
fast.
make dozens and dozens
Yes,
and dozens
yes.
of cookies.
And then, there's always who angles for the second one because, there's going to be or wants to be seconds. And there's you cut a pan into 12 pieces. There are 9 of you. There are 8 of you. There are 4 left over. We split those up or we sneak them or something. Or if you sneak your seconds, you get it as dough before it even goes in the oven. And that was my sneak attack.
Steven agrees. He's like, I like your choice, Scott.
Yeah, not picky.
Whatever's put in front of me.
Not picky.
Hey, moms really like that because your mom is cooking and cooking and cooking. And we're like, if I don't like that, that would be just,
No, that's the last thing you want to give your mom is grief over dessert. That would not be cool. Not cool. And then the other good.
Cracking me. Go ahead.
Yes, you would, Dawn.
I'm like, my favorite dessert is ribeye medium rare off the barbecue. Dude, you got to admit, hands down, best barbecued steak ever is his. When he makes ribeyes, it's like heaven. And he's got several ways that he makes it. He does it in this teriyaki sauce and everything else. And it is just dynamite. Now, let me just tell you, everybody listening right now, and even if you're in review, if you're hashtag replay right now, if you can ever get Don Gifford to cook you a steak, that's the man to do it.
I like his jerk chicken. Ooh,
yeah, that's really
Jamaican,
good too.
because there's a little bit of Jamaican in his how do I want to say this? His developing, as he began to cook with his ex-wife. It's like,
yeah. God, that's so good.
Yeah, there's some places where the spices just aren't, there's flavor, but there isn't spice. And I grew up in a household where there was flavor, but not spice. And so I enjoy the heat. I enjoy the bold flavors.
I do too. They're so yummy. I think right now, because it's summertime, barbecuing is great fun. And I think for dessert, I'm really like a nice cold watermelon in the summertime in the heat. That's super, super refreshing.
With vanilla ice cream.
I really love ice cream. That's like any other time. It's the ice cream thing.
We made homemade ice cream, homemade root beer, all those kind of things you do.
Yeah, it's like hang on, there was one. Here it is. Sorry, boom. We went a few years scooping ice cream and making shakes, and I loved that. Yes, actually, if you don't know, this business that we have with Don and Scott and everyone, this isn't our first business together. Prior to this, we had an ice cream shop together, and Donnie was one of the ice cream chefs there, and we had really great flavors. But there was something cool about having ice cream all day at your fingertips that should just not be a regular staple in life, because you're like, oh, yeah, you can make the biggest ice cream.
I have pants that I've never been able to get in since. They're just gone. I will never, well, I can't say never because that is a long time, but gone. just not going to get down there again.
You guys pop me up something here that says what
coconut cake.
your
MJ.
favorite. Yeah, she's got that.
Oh.
Blanc, Monty Blanc, French Carib. Oh, hang on. Frozen grapes, Robin says. Yeah, I love those. Marie Jo, we're just coming to your house for dessert right now. My favorite dessert, Mont Blanc. I'm probably just going to slaughter it. Mont Blanc, French Caribbean coconut cake. Love, love, love. That does sound good. And you know what's interesting? My mom used to make something called blancmange, and it was kind of a jello cream kind of dessert, and it was just so gorgeous. And when she said Mont Blanc, it reminded me of blancmange, and that was very good. That looks really yummy. I would love that. I'm with you, Peter. I love ice cream. And you know what? Ice cream for me should be pure. When you put too much debris in your ice cream, like the difference between Haagen-Dazs and Ben & Jerry's, those were the two competing ice creams, and they kind of still are. But Ben & Jerry's got famous because they were the first ice cream company that put debris in their ice cream. It wasn't pure. You had chunk and chew and goo and crisp and everything inside your, it's like brownie mix, etc. And, the lumpiest thing that Haagen-Dazs ever made was rum raisin, and that was the raisins. And I like the smooth ice cream without the debris in it. I'm not like, put debris in the ice cream. Why? The ice cream is so good. I'm with Peter, love ice cream. I like this over here, but truthfully, homemade shortcake, fresh strawberries, and homemade whipped cream.
Yes, that works.
That is delicious.
Not too
and
sweet.
It's also in season. It's like that one season of getting those really great strawberries and that I like angel food cake for that you're right. That is absolutely delicious. Let's see.
Because you still have room for that after a steak.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of room for that.
Yeah. I was like, huge challenge. Yes. The greatest ice cream college is in PA. In fact, the recipes there in PA are what Ben & Jerry started from. They started with that ice cream college in PA. And let me tell you something, the East Coast dairies, you can live for this. I love chocolate. I do too. I love chocolate so much, I bleed chocolate. That's right.
Well, Robin should have run over you. We would have had chocolate for the show.
Hey, Anna, evidently you popped on. I'm glad to see you today. How nice. We talked about alcohol. We've moved to dessert and kind of, those kind of things. I like this. I'm not sure who it is. Oh, it's Anna. My favorite dessert is apple pie with vanilla ice cream. Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good. But every time you see apple pie with vanilla ice cream, it reminds me of Meg Ryan in that movie.
Sleepless in Seattle?
No. The one with Billy Crystal, the one where they date later and then they get married. Come on, people, help me out. What's that movie? When Harry Met Sally. Thank you, guys.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
When Harry Met Sally, there's that scene where she's ordering an apple pie and this girl is there and she orders everything on the side. And if it's heated, if it's not heated, it's really good. But yes, apple pie and vanilla ice cream, just excellent. I miss that little mom and pop dairies on the East Coast, way better than Big Boys.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Real milk.
Yes. Beautiful. Ooh, this is interesting. I like tea berry ice cream. It's hard to find though. I know. I don't even know what I don't know. Have you ever heard of it?
I haven't. Tea berry ice cream.
I'm not even sure if it's a type of berry, a tea berry, or is it mixed like
with tea?
Yeah, like green tea or black tea. That sounds like an interesting thing. I know. Me too. Wouldn't that be good? Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this.
Look where we are.
Crumb topping or crust?
Both.
Yes. That's right, both.
The non-picky part of me showed up.
And the good boy is like, whatever, mommy. Oh, yes. Remember we had rose and lavender ice cream.
That was amazing.
Lavender rose. That was one of the most popular flavors we ever had.
Total mistake.
It was a mistake that became so popular. That's right. We made a mistake and we tried to correct it. And everybody was like, ooh, lavender rose. Yes. MJ says, I love ice cream, but it does not love me.
Ah.
You know,
Oh,
girlfriend,
I'll have
I'm
yours.
telling you, everybody's admitting that. I love ice cream, but it does not love me. It's so true. Listen to this. Peter says the best ice cream I tasted is in Quebec, vanilla and chocolate. You know what? Was that when you saw, Peter, you made a video of you and your wife. His wife is so beautiful, like the most photogenic woman ever. But you guys had that chocolate and vanilla ice cream that was that twist that came out of that special shop, and it was like your favorite ice cream. Is that the place you're talking? Because when we get there up to Quebec, we're going to make you take us there. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I'm not sure I know this.
Leek.
Like tea berry gum. Never had it.
Huh.
Never had tea berry gum.
Oh, well, there's things to do then.
I am so interested. She likes matcha gelato. Yes, matcha green tea and ice cream or gelato. Always good. That was very popular at our ice cream store as well. Look at this. Our ice cream was superfood ice cream. The dyes we even had were food-based from superfoods. The blue from spirulina, the yellows from turmeric, green came from mixing of both, and the reds from beets. That's true. We did our ice cream as holistic as you could get it. That's what was great about it.
We totally didn't charge enough.
And Peter's, my favorite is apple pie and ice cream. Who knew that's 2 apple pie and ice cream? So red wine, coffee, apple pie and ice cream. And Scott will take whatever you throw at him as long as it's dessert and yummy.
I just saw something I've never seen before. On Reese's picture, there is actually Bigfoot in the background. How have I not seen that before, Risa? That is crazy. I just saw that. That is nuts. All right.
Oh, yeah. Lisa, of course, the gum shows my age. It does, because tea berry is, that you're giving yourself away there. But wouldn't it be interesting to find that? You guys are making me hungry. Yes,
True.
yes.
True.
Like this. He likes apple pie and apple strudel. And he's like, that's right. He likes that. Moving up. Judy and I are really not doing much. However, we go for ice cream at least twice a week. Now, see, that's a happy marriage right there. Happy marriage. You go out for ice cream twice a week. She loves her strawberry sundae, and I love my vanilla cone. Thank God for drive-through. Yes. Totally.
It works.
Gelato was just a setting on the machine. More air. That's correct.
Yep.
And this is gelato in Italy is awesome. Yes. It's just a very fluffy sort of thing. Wow. Love that, Donnie. What a diet. You're not going to believe this, but somebody found here's tea berry available in only Pennsylvania. Only in Pennsylvania would they have a shop. And look, somebody went out, Lisa, and they said, let's find Lisa some tea berry ice cream. There it is. And it's only in Pennsylvania. Of course it is, because that's the ice cream school of the world right there.
Well, Amazon deliver.
Yeah.
I have to know. Ice cream saves marriages. What do you do with it?
What's the key to your 40-year marriage or plus there, Stephen? It's twice a week ice cream with my wife. There it is. That's why.
Monday and Friday.
Judy's like, if you're going to be with me, you're going to take me out for ice cream at least twice a week. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's it. Ice cream saves marriages. Like, let's stop by. I like this. Still laughing. Yeah, it was funny. It was a good one, Susie. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Let's see. We should do a worldwide ice cream tour. Yes. But by the time we got to the end of it, we'd have to walk the worldwide thing. Otherwise, we'd be worldwide. You
got to take your bikes. We got a bike between our thoughts. You got a bike.
That's right.
There's got to be.
But that would be fun, wouldn't it?
It could be.
It
would be.
I got to tell you the truth. I am a big time ice cream aficionado, as you know, being my friend. And I wanted to go to the one of the plants, whether it was Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's, on that ice cream and factory plant, just to see how it's made. And I remember when I got married, part of the honeymoon venture of our of our tour was a surprise for me, and we went to the Vermont Ben and Jerry's ice cream place, and it was kind of Sunday and it was closed or whatever, but we got this short tour and we got to have a lot of ice cream, obviously. But when I was done, I realized, because I had toured some of the East Coast creameries, that is like Ben and Jerry's isn't the best ice cream. It's the best marketed ice cream. It was marketed well how they did it. But the creameries out on the East Coast, and we were in Massachusetts, Vermont, Pennsylvania. We did a lot of creameries out there. And I got to tell you, those old family recipes were just, they're the most hidden treasures. That's a slice of Americana to go to those dairies, those family run dairies, and have their ice cream.
Well, and what I've noticed is if you've got cows that can eat grass, fresh green grass in the pastures, rather than having out here in the West, you have to haul in the hay, you've got to haul in the alfalfa. It's a whole different product. The milk is so much better when it's fresh, alive grass for these cows to eat. That's what I was so amazed with in Puerto Rico, is you buy a container of heavy whipping cream, and this much on the top is solid cream.
Wow.
Out here, it's like it's diluted with milk, and that's your heavy cream. It's a completely different product if the cows are fed appropriate food. You know, hauling in hay, I'm sorry, doesn't count. So
it's so interesting. And I'm like, yes, bike between stops. I'm all about that. I love Ben and Jerry's, love their products as well. Love Haagen-Dazs products. Love like this, run a mile before each ice cream. We'd have to start at the house, put our shoes on and say, we're going for an ice cream, and jog there. You know, we're going for an ice cream. Look at this. You do a bike tour in Europe and stop for ice cream and then get back on the bike and ride it off. It's interesting because right now we're literally training, because I figure I got at least over a year's worth of training. We started training to go bike across America from Seattle all the way to Washington, D.C. via the American Rail Trail system, the rail trail system. Now it's made for bikes and it's connected all the way across the country so that you don't run into traffic. But there is a lot of these businesses that are moving by these rail trail parks, because, you know, the parks right there that are rail trail. Yeah. And you'd be surprised how many ice cream stores are along the way of that. And I'm telling you, it's like, you know, if you bike from ice cream store to ice cream store, that's fun. That could be, you might not lose a lot of weight, but it would be fun.
Steak in between.
I love this. I asked Judy where she wanted to go for our wedding anniversary, and she said, let's get some ice cream with a lot of whipped cream. Oh, that is just sweet. I'm telling you, it does. It does. Ice cream saves marriages. Divorce courts would be less if people ate a little more ice cream together. That is sweet. I love that. You guys are such a cute couple, Judy and Steven. It's just so cute. Okay, so I'm a taster. I like to taste everything. So it's like 20 miles between cones. Yes, then you're doing okay. We went from liquor to ice cream. Listen, on Monday, we're going to have some fun, etc. And I think it's amazing the simple simplicities we have in life that are just fruits, desserts, food, family, and fun. And we've made our lives so complex that fun isn't just simple anymore. And today what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the wonderful simplicity of the people who are just like, hey man, let's have a cup of coffee together. Yep. Babe, let's go out for an ice cream cone. How about a bike ride? Simple is good. Yeah.
Yeah. A porch and a lemonade. How bad could it be? You know, before we had air conditioning, that was almost a requirement. You had to have the porch. You spent your evenings, dinner was cleaned up, and you were out on the porch, and you knew your neighbors and your neighborhood.
That's right.
It was a very different life before air conditioning. It's just, it's amazing how much that simple, beautiful invention has changed how we live our lives.
Yeah, and it's weird how over time, instead of collecting together, we've just kind of move apart. Yeah. And, you know, there's this comedian, I can't remember his name, but he's that little Italian guy. And he used to say, you know, coming over the house when you had company and it was later, and the company you had cake, at the house, and you could just come over. Company could just um, come over, and you'd all just sit around and talk. There wasn't a need to do something. And you know what has been interesting about our group, our family, and I know you know this, is that we do a simple night of playing games, and we play not video games. We actually play the board game, like we play Train or we play Scrabble. Train seems to be the one that everybody likes the most. But it's like those simple things are going to come back. We're going to be doing more of that, I think, in the future, versus doing the wine and dine and movie and theater and everything else that can be super expensive over a period of time.
I was going to say it's a lot less expensive. And somehow it feels like the evening is more rewarding when you get back to the things you enjoyed, you grew up with. We grew up with that. Those kind of simple games. It just got us through childhood.
Yeah, simple is good here.
Yep,
and what I want to say for the weekend, whatever you do, simple is good. Simple is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back we go.
Yep. You know, Scott, I love having Friday shows with you. I think it's so fun.
I would have never guessed that it would have been liquor to ice cream, liquor to dessert, beer.
Yeah,
to
we
steak.
went the whole.
I would have never. I'm like, oh, let's talk about something. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, I know. We take a look here. Everybody's like, I know what everybody's thinking. They're either going, let's whip out the barbecue and let's have a steak, or how about that red wine, or babe, why don't we get the ice cream hand crank ice cream machine out? Let's make some ice cream.
Yep. I'm like, do we have 14-day quarantine going to Bermuda to go see MJ? Do we have to like sit in quarantine? Do we have to sit in an airport waiting room for 14 days before we can go over there and see what's going on?
Yeah, I know. Later we're going to be, MJ, we just want to do a live show from Bermuda for the next 2 weeks. Where's the best hotels?
That's right.
Yeah, she's like, I wouldn't mind being able to get back there too. Look at this. Research says it turned social norms. Air conditioning did.
It was
epic.
It
did.
It was epic. Yep, it really did.
I like this. I told my children for years, watch your priorities. Mine are faith, family, fitness, finance, and friends. I love that. Faith, family, fitness, finance, and friends. Say that 5 times fast. That's really good. I like those. Here it is. Simple is good. Simple is good. Look at this. She said, I'm stuck in Washington right now.
No.
Maybe we could buy a boat.
Oh, that's a long
it is, but at Bermuda, come on, we could go, across to Europe from there. But, she's stuck in Washington, poor girl.
That's Puget Sound all the way through the Panama Canal, then back up to the Caribbean and then into the Atlantic. Oh, my goodness. That's an adventure.
That's a long trip.
Unless you're brave enough to do the northern route, and I am not.
No, I am not. That is the way around. So I want to tell you guys, we're going to go to the end of the show today. We're over about 15 minutes. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yep.
Whatever you do this weekend, make it simple fun. Make it relaxing fun. Enjoy yourself and have some ice cream. All right. I'll see you on Monday. Go get some